Shalom, shalom. Yes, but looks a little delayed. It looks a little bit delayed, but I guess I don't know. Need to get the laptop prepared. All right. So shalom, shalom, and welcome to another Just the Word Shabbat teaching. Kazak Eliyahu, along with Atakan, and we will be looking today. And today is a teaching with a difference, and let me just announce it. A teaching with a difference in that we don't expect to have a long teaching. We are going to go over two dreams. And the dreams, I believe, are profound, and I believe that we shouldn't even expound on them, just give people a time to marinate on these dreams. And what we want to do, we want to actually be speaking with our family here who will be viewing with us, or who has been viewing with us on Zoom, to try to get to meet you, to try to speak with you, here where you're at, and to kind of speak to you in regards to these dreams and what we can garner from these dreams, as well as to hear any questions or anything that might be holding you like that. So we want it to be interactive today. We don't know how it will be because people seem to always be so afraid. But if you want to come on with us, we will give you the Zoom link and you come and you speak with us. All right. Okay. So let us begin. And okay, I should have started something here. All right, just bear with me, please. Bear with me, please. I should be here with you in a minute or few. Just setting up something that is so absolutely necessary. As you can see, the dream, we entitled it, Do You Have Your Token? Do you have your token? All right, so we're going to let Etikan tell us this dream. It was not his dream. It was our sister Hadassah's dream, but she cannot be here at the moment to do it live, so he will relay the dream. But he has a very good memory with dreams. He seems to remember everybody's dreams exactly. So let's see, and let's hear about this dream.
Shalom, family. So as Elder said, this isn't my dream. It's a dream which my mom had, and so this is what we titled it. Do you have your token? So the dream begins like this. So in the dream, it begins with my mom, and she was floating, almost like in the spirit, and she was floating above a fortified city. The city had a door or a gate that was like a vault. It had no handles, but a slot for a token. So almost like when you go to an arcade and you put in a token to kind of play a game, it had like a little slot for something like that, just a small slot for a token, no handle, nothing, just like a vaulted door. And the city had very high secured walls. So think of like a square, like a fortified city, very very high walls, and then a small little door that looks like a vault with a small slot. So she's floating above the city. At the door, at the gates of the city, are four hefty-looking angels. So they're like men. They look like normal men, but who understood through the spirit that these are angels who are guarding this door. The four of them, they're very hefty and built men who are standing there with their arms folded, and they have no expressionless, not responding to anything. And then inside are two other angels who are waiting on the other side of the door. At the door, or at this gate, is a huge banner that is written. So above this door, above this gate, is a huge banner that is written. You can see it from all corners of the earth. And it's written, "It is time. Blessed are those who have endured until this day." This banner, this banner and the city could be seen from every corner of the world. The world itself had no more continents. Every single person could see each other no matter your location on this earth, as if the world had folded in on itself. So if you're in America, you could see people in Africa. If you're in Europe, you could see people in Asia. If you're in Australia, you could see people in Madagascar, for example. So everyone could see each other. Everyone could see the city. Everyone could see this huge banner. So at the gates of the city was a long line of people, millions and millions of people who were trying to enter into the city. A long line of people trying to enter into the city. The angels were not responding, so they would stand there with their arms folded as people pleaded to go in. People would be trying to go in. People would be, trying to get into the city, and the angels would just stand there expressionless, not moving, just standing there with their arms folded, and the people would turn away. Bill Gates, my mom saw Bill Gates and all the rich people trying to come with sacks of money, but the angels were not phased at all. One of the rich people there, even tried saying, "Do you know who you're talking to the angels?" Suddenly, in great dread, they realized that the angels paid no mind to their monies, to their fortunes. They were used to doing this in the world. They were used to using their money to enter and to allow them to go into whatever place that they want to go. They would just use their money to enter into any place. But in this place, their money had no power. So she said that she saw Bill Gates raise his hands in despair, like, oh, like he just realized the magnitude of this, that I've been deceived. I thought that my money would always help me, to always work for me, and in this place, finally, his money had no power. And all the rich people turned away in the same dread and in the same fear. Um, the rest of the world, as this was happening, was in confusion and complete chaos. People were running up and down, searching for their teachers and churches and pastors. But churches were no more. So my mom said in places where she knew that churches were supposed to be, churches were gone. Pastors, so there was no church anywhere in the world. People were running up and down trying to find churches, trying to find teachers, trying to find people who could teach them so that they could acquire a token, which I'll explain shortly. The pastors and teachers themselves were in these long lines getting rejected. People, while in great panic and horror, kept saying that we have paid our tithes, we attended and served in the church. Where are our tokens? So the world is in chaos. Everyone is running up and down trying to find a token, saying that they tithe, saying that they ministered in the church, saying that they had positions in the church. Everyone was claiming that I've done this in the church, I've done this for the most, I've tithe, I've paid my tithe and everything, running up and down searching for this token. And yet the pastors themselves were in the line being rejected from entering into this fortified city. In this dream, there were translucent people, very, very few. So almost like see-through, kind of like very, very hard to explain, but like a translucent, like almost like see-through people. There were translucent people, very, very few, who didn't exceed 20 in number out of billions of people, the entire world. They all carried a token written, "The elect." The tokens were not the same, each carrying a different level in the kingdom. So in this world of people running up and down trying to acquire these tokens, there were already people. My mom said there were less than 20 or 20 at maximum who were translucent, who were all moving to the city, to the gate, and they all carried tokens in their hands. And the token was written, "The elect." and they had different sizes, different colors, and she understood that there were different rankings in the kingdom. In this dream, okay, yes. So these elects would go to the gate and offer the token with both hands. So they wouldn't hand it with one hand. They would use both their hands and give it to the angels. And only then would the angels unfold their hands for people who had the token and for those who were translucent. And they would also take the token with both hands and they would slightly bow to the elect and receive the token. And they would insert it into the slots, the little slot that was on the vault door, and the door would open very slightly, like a little open, and the elect would slide in quickly, and then the door would quickly shut again. And then once on the other side, the two other angels on the other side would take the token with both hands, and they would give it back to the elect. And then they would direct the elect to either go to the right, to go straight, or to go to the left. So my mom said that she didn't see any cities or anything. She just saw gates, different gates, like gates that were going higher and higher and higher. So depending on the token that the elects would have, they would go to the assigned gates, either on the left, on the right, or straight. And that was the end of the dream.
Mm. Mm. Oh, this is a heavy one.
Oh, sorry.
Go yeah.
Oh, sorry. Just one more thing, just to say that I mustn't forget to stress that the token was very, very important with everything in the kingdom, because all your interactions in the kingdom were dependent on your token. So she just had that understanding that your token was your lifeline in the kingdom. It was the currency of the kingdom. So it would be with you always, because it would determine your ranking in the kingdom. So you had to always have your token with you.
All right. All right. So this is a very, very heavy dream. And the tokens remind us of Pistis Sophia, where each person, depending on the mysteries that they receive, that would be the level that they could go. All right. What is going on here? Mic check 1, 2. Yes. Depending on the level that they acquired, that is where they would go. Now, these dreams, a dream like this is telling us, this dream is telling us of how close it is, and actually warning us to get ourselves in order, because the time is at hand. The time is at hand. Now, I just have a few little verses to kind of share up this. 2 Ezra 8, 1-3, just a reminder that a few will be saved. When she said it was about 20, not more than 20. 2 Ezra 8, 1-3. Hold on, please. Let me get it down. Read it, please.
And he answered me, saying, Yahuwah hath made this world for many, but the world to come for few. I will tell you a similitude, Ezra. As when you ask the earth, it shall say unto you, that it gives much mold, whereof earthen vessels are made, but little dust that gold comes of. Even so is the cause of this present world. There be many created, but few shall be saved.
There we go. Oh boy. There be many created, but few shall be saved. Matthew 22, 8-14.
Then said he to his servants, The wedding is ready, but they which were bidden were not worthy. Go ye therefore into the highways, and as many as ye shall find, bid to the marriage. So those servants went out into the highways, and gathered together all as many as they found, both bad and good. And the wedding was furnished with guests. And when the king came in to see the guests, he saw there a man which had not on a wedding garment. And he said unto him, Friend, how camest thou in thither, not having a wedding garment? And he was speechless. Then said the king to the servants, Bind him hand and foot, and take him away, and cast him into outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. For many are called, but few are chosen.
See the similitude?
Mm, mm, mm.
Do not have on your wedding garment. Do not have the token.
Mm.
And he was speechless. Bind him hand and foot, and take him and cast him into outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. For many are called, but few chosen. All right, so let's look a little at what the token might be. What is a token? The token, of course, pertains to knowledge. Hosea 4 verse 6.
My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy allure, I will also forget thy children.
My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. So it is telling you that without lack of knowledge, you cannot enter into the kingdom. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee. This knowledge here, these are the mysteries, people. These are the extra things. The Bible, as we have seen when we started to dig deeper into the mysteries, the Bible is a coded book. It is in layers. And as it is, without digging into the mysteries, you cannot go into the depths of it by itself. Now, if you reject knowledge and you reject going and digging and searching, the Most High says, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy allure, I will also forget thy children. So rejection for knowledge. So the tokens have to do with knowledge. The elect will be those who have knowledge. Now in Pistis Sophia, it tells us again about this knowledge. It tells us that knowledge of the mysteries are essential for us to have our token. Pistis Sophia chapter 103, page 178 of 245. Okay. But so be it, I say unto you, even if a righteous man hath committed no sins at all, he cannot possibly be brought into the light kingdom, because the sign of the kingdom of the mysteries is not with him. In a word, it is impossible to bring souls into the light without the mysteries of the light kingdom. So it is impossible for us to go into the kingdom, to have tokens without the mysteries. That is why in the dream, people were running back to go back to the church, to go back to their teachers. For the teachers now to give them their tokens, to teach them the mysteries so that they can enter. But when they went back, there was no church, because the Most High has given a time. And the time is fast expiring. He has given a time for us to learn and know his mysteries. Now, in the line, there were people who were being turned away, who were people from the churches, pastors, and teachers. And it shows that the pastors and teachers are rejected. Why? Because they did not teach the people the mystery. So the same pastors and teachers were being absolutely rejected. Now, this dream has actually shaken me up so much. Let me go to Isaiah 30. No, Jeremiah 3. I can't even think. Jeremiah 3, verse 14.
Turn, O backsliding children, saith Yahuwah, for I am married unto you, and I will take you one of a city, and two of a family, and I will bring you to Zion. And I will give you pastors according to mine heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding.
All right. You see, it's the Most High going to give us these people who are going to teach us. So you have to figure out now, it's a person that is leading me, teaching me these mysteries, giving me, feeding me with knowledge and understanding. And secondly, is this person chosen by the Most High to do this in the end time? Because notice, it says, turn, O backsliding children, I will bring you to Zion. So the persons who are teaching you and leading you must actually be directing you to Zion, or else that person will not be chosen by the Most High to direct you in the end time. I've been saying this a long time. You have to make sure that whomever is leading you is chosen to do so. All right. Verse 16. No, we want to do 16. Let's go to Jeremiah 30. Isaiah 30. If you hear me making mistakes, it's because of the impact of the dream. It's so heavy. Go to for verse 19, please.
For the people shall dwell in Zion at Jerusalem. Thou shalt weep no more. He will be very gracious unto thee at the voice of thy cry. When he shall hear it, he will answer thee.
So again, it's directing you to where? Zion, Zion, Zion. And what will he do when he's directing you there? Verse 20.
And though Yahuwah give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner any more, but thine eyes shall see thy teachers. And thine ears shall hear a word behind thee, saying, This is the way, walk ye in it, when ye turn to the right hand and when ye turn to the left.
So these teachers that the Most High will give will be people who will be correcting and directing you. This is the way, walk ye in it. It will not be the religious churches, people from the religious churches that allow you to do whatever you want to do. And then everything is okay. All you have to do is come to our church and come to our Bible studies and do this and do that. It will people who will be directing your path, directing you along the way of truth and righteousness. Yes? And if we as teachers are not doing that, we are going to be failing you. Yeah. So that is why people will be running up and down. Kanuk, it's your time. No, not yet. No, not yet. No, remember, we have to also, in the end, for us to enter the kingdom, we have to have the knowledge of Hamashiach and Alua. So we are emphasizing that it's actually knowledge. And this has largely not been taught. You have just been taught that all you have to do is believe. All you have to do is have emunah or faith. But your emunah would make you seek out knowledge. Because John 17:3 tells us about this knowledge that is essential. No knowledge.
And this is life eternal, that they might know thee, the only true Alua, and Yahusha Hamashiach, whom thou hast sent.
So eternal life is knowing the Father and knowing the Son. Now we talk about mysteries, and people don't realize that several times in the scriptures it speaks about mysteries, especially Apostle Shaul. He's telling you that it's the mystery that will make you know the Father and the Son. Go to Colossians 2, verses 1 to 4. It is the mystery of the Father that will let us get to know the Father, and the mystery of the Son that will get us to know the Son.
For I would that ye knew what great conflict I have for you, and for them at Laodicea, and for as many as have not seen my face in the flesh, that their hearts might be comforted, being knit together in love, and unto all riches of the full assurance of understanding, to the acknowledgement of the mystery of Alua, and of the Father, and of Hamashiach.
So when we come into the full assurance of understanding and acknowledge the mystery of the Father and the Son, then our hearts will be knit together in love. That's the transformation. The mysteries actually do transform us. Verse 3.
In whom are hid all the treasures of wisdom and knowledge.
That's the mystery. All the treasures of wisdom and knowledge are hid in a Mashiach. And when we get to understand the mysteries of Hamashiach, it opens all the treasures of wisdom and knowledge. And my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. If all the treasures of wisdom and knowledge are open, then we will not be destroyed for lack of knowledge. Okay? Now, the mystery of Hamashiach and Alua protects us from religion. This very next verse, verse 4, tells us. Read it, please.
And this I say, lest any man should beguile you with enticing words.
You see it? When you know the mysteries of Alua, nobody can come to you with enticing words and beguile you. Because you're going to be filled with all the treasures of wisdom and knowledge, and nobody will be able to fool you. Nobody will be able to do a hasatan on you and come with false doctrines and false teachings and false this and false that and deceive you. Because your mind and your heart will be opened up, because you will now know the Father and the Son. It's so simple, isn't it? Cut up. Settle up, please. So that is the mysteries. And yeah. Yeah. Huh? Yeah, we want his face on. Yeah, so we had another dream, I think a day, around the same day or something like that. Yeah, we had another dream about the same day or something like that from our brother Hanuk. Now, people, the dreams that we get, the things that we are seeing here, really, really serious of the times, and the Most High warning us of how close we are to the close of time. So our brother here, Hanuk, also got a dream. Yes. Yes. Yeah. So he is going to tell us about his dream. Go ahead.
All right. My dream, it started out, I was standing in the middle of a shopping center and I was watching people just going crazy shopping. And just so happened some of those people were people that I knew. And they were shopping and just grabbing things. And I was asking them, please don't do this. We don't need this. You don't need this. We have too much matter. But they weren't listening to me. In fact, some of them gave me evil stares and everything, but they was really consumed in what they wanted, their desires, what they wanted. And as I was watching them and trying to let them know, hey, we don't need these, someone I know from the assembly came behind me, or they were coming behind me, and I noticed them. So I didn't want to get in trouble or be seen with the group of people that was doing it, so I fled. I ran away, and I was going down a hallway in the shopping center, and it was just a hallway, all black. And I came to some steps that went down a corridor to the next floor. So I took those steps. And as I went down those steps, I found myself in a darker hallway. It was just dark on both sides. So I really didn't want to go back and get anything that was coming to me that I felt like I didn't deserve. So I walked those hallways. And as I was walking them, all of a sudden, the walls started becoming, they were brick walls. They started glowing white, like they were cubes all over the wall, the floor, the ceiling. It was white. And as I was walking, the floors all of a sudden turned green. They turned this beautiful, and they looked like stone, like blocks of stone stacked up. But they was on my left side, my left, my right, my feet up under me and above me. And I kept walking, and I was walking, then they turned blue, beautiful blue. I couldn't explain it, but I didn't understand why they was just changing like this, but I continued to walk. And then they turned orange. It was a beautiful, like a peach almost. That's the way I can describe it. It was a beautiful orange that they turned. And as they turned orange all around me, as I passed by them, all of a sudden I found myself in this like a Grand Central station, a train station. And I had all the noise, everything that you would hear at a station. And as I was walking through, I kept hearing this, and I kept seeing these banners that said, go let. They kept saying, go let, go let. And I was trying to figure out, what does that mean, go let, go let? And all of a sudden, another person that I knew was passing by me, and I was trying to grab their attention. They was dressed in a nice suit, tan suit with a tan hat, and they looked like they was urgently going towards the train. They was going towards the train and the door, and they walked through the door. Now, I kept hearing this word, go let, go let. And all of a sudden, I felt something pull me, felt like hands grabbed my legs, and my arm was trying to pull me through this door. And because it was trying to pull me, I was giving resistance because I didn't know what it was. And it pulled me until it finally got me into it. And then it was all bright, all beautiful. The light was so shiny that I had to close my eyes, even in my dreams. And then I heard the word, let go. After I heard the words, let go, I woke up from my dream, and I spoke what happened to my brothers. And pretty much that was the dream.
All right, thank you very much. All praises to the Most High. All right. Now, if you combine both dreams, the first dream speaking about having a token. You want to pass?
I didn't.
Yeah. The first dream speaking about having a token. And the token has to do with righteousness, and it has to do with the mysteries. I forgot to emphasize on the righteousness. The elect are going to be righteous, and they're also going to know the mysteries. But this dream here, go let and let go, is speaking to us about the importance of letting go of this world. So the elect would have let go of this world. The elect would not be entwined with Babylon's system. Remember, he said he saw people shopping and grabbing and everything. That is Babylon. And he told us to come out of her, come out of Babylon. Now, if we come out of Babylon, even physically, that is why we tell people that it's no use saying that you're coming out of Babylon if you have the same mindset. If you are coming out to try to continue to live in the same comfortable lifestyle, it does not make any sense. Because people come out and come here, and we have the same Babylonian mindset. We don't want to be here having a form of godliness, dressing different, appearing to look like righteous people. But in our hearts and in our minds, we have this craving for Babylon. When the Most High told us, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. And when he said, all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life is of the world. It's not of the Father, but it is of the world. So those two dreams together kind of give us an idea of what the elect must be. Seeking out pure righteousness, seeking out the mysteries, and letting go of this world. It's very, very simple. Very, very simple. So let's get a little bit on Hanuk's dream. All right. Let's go to Matthew. Internet connection unstable. 24, 36 to 44.
But of that day,
Hold on. Sorry. What's happening here? Matthew 24. What? 36? Go again.
But of that day and hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. But as the days of
No. Sorry. I shouldn't have gone here as yet. I should have gone to. Remember, he said he saw. Remember, he said he saw the colors blue, green, and a peachish orange. Now, after he gave me the dream, I looked, and would you believe it, that beryl has all of these colors. One metal, or whatever you call it, one stone in the Bible had all of these three colors together. So, I just went and Googled and saw the meaning, to check out the meaning of beryl. So, it means divine splendor and majesty. Its brilliance is used to describe the appearance of heavenly figures, such as the one in Daniel's vision, signifying the overwhelming and radiant splendor of the Most High's presence. It also is one of the stones on the high priest's breastplate, which represents a high value and importance placed on the Most High's people and his covenant with them, which is Yasharal. Okay? And it also refers to New Jerusalem, matching up with the previous dream of the kingdom, of entering into the kingdom with the token. So both dreams are interrelated, and the Most High gave them together so that we put them together so that we know the Most High is merciful. You see how merciful He is? He's giving us, every one of you now, and that is why we tell people, the Most High is good. He's telling us, giving us the key for the elect to make it through. Seek out His mysteries. Seek out His righteousness. Let go of this world. And you will not be among those. And let go of false religion. Stop following people who are leading you astray. And you will not be one of those who will be scrambling. Because I know and take dreams, as scary as they are. I take them as warnings. I don't take them as judgment, because mercy triumphs over judgment. So when we see such a small amount, He's actually showing us that it's going to be a very small amount. But the fact that He's giving it to us means that we still have a chance to attain. We still have a chance to attain, because He is giving us what we need in order to attain. So my people, let us wake up. So let me continue. Matthew 24:36 to 44. Consider turning down the video. Hold it. Let me go on something. All right. Something is not right, but we'll see. Can't do it, change it right now, or else it will get us in trouble. All right, Matthew 24:36, go ahead, please.
But of that day and hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
All right. You know, yesterday we were looking at, as we were going through the mysteries, we were looking at the mystery of Noah's Ark. And we probably need to do it. We'll probably need to do it by itself. Because I was thinking about doing it, but I said it would take too long. The mystery of Noah's Ark. And the mystery of Noah's Ark illustrates to us how powerful the mysteries unlock the Bible. Because it gives us a insight into what was hidden before us. So hopefully we will do that, Noah's Ark. And someone today in our WhatsApp group spoke about Noah again as an indication. And this morning again, we got another clue, insight into it as well, that we need to do Noah's Ark. But anyway, as in the days of Noah, so shall it be in the end. So we have to understand Noah's Ark to understand the end. Go again.
For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving into marriage, until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
So this now matches up both dreams. People were focused on this world back in the days of Noah. And then suddenly it came. Suddenly it came. And that was when the tokens now are required. So we are allowed to live our life, but in the end, we have to now produce the tokens. What did you achieve in your life? Did you continue to chase after this world? Did you continue to chase after the lusts of your flesh, etc.? That's what is going to get us. Continue.
Then shall two be left in the field, and one shall be taken, and the other left. Two women
Two grinding. The woman has been, shall be, it has been added.
Oh, two women be grinding at the mill. The one shall be taken, and the other live.
Mm-hmm. Continue.
Watch therefore, for ye know not what hour your master doth come. But know this.
All right. But you know not what hour the master may come. These are the two dreams together. That's what they are saying. Watch. And that watch there means be sleepless. Be sleepless. Tireless. Yeah? Continue.
But know this, that if the good man of the house had known in what watch the thief would come, he would have watched, and would not have suffered his house to be broken up. Therefore, be ye also ready, for in such an hour as ye think not, the Son of Man cometh.
This is what both dreams are pointing to. In an hour when you think not, that is when it is going to be required of us. Let go of this world. Let go of this world and its materials. Okay? So, the test of the flesh. Books of the Nazarene, chapter 16, page 151, from verse 19. I'm going to read it. The test of the flesh. A lot of the things that you have been given are tests of the flesh. Let me just alert you people to this error that we got from religion. That the Most High, or God, or whomever we call him, has blessed me. And then whatever we get, we go and splurge in what we have received, saying, hey, the Father has bountifully wrapped me. That is an error. Life's purpose is to test and teach. So we will get things in abundance, but it is a test as to what we are going to do with it. That's why that dream said, let go. He saw them in the mall, and everybody was shopping, and everybody was consuming, and nobody cared. Everybody was just caring about themselves and their desires. But it's a test. Nazarene, chapter 16, page 151, verse 19. One of the other disciples said, it is very difficult to live a life which is wholly good. Yahusha answered, it is even more difficult to enter into the greater life of the Ruach. The words surprised those hearing them, but Yahusha assured the disciples about him that it was true, adding, nothing worthwhile is ever easily gained. So we have our salvation and we think it's easily gained, and the Most High provides for us, and we just keep going into materialism and greed. Eh? It's a test, and our greed is failing us. Yahusha continued, let all who can do so empty themselves of evil. The deeds are outside, but the thoughts are within. By striving hard and chastening the flesh, not yielding to the call of its lusts, the soul is strengthened by an inflow of spiritual food. This is it. We are given materialism as a test. What are we going to do? Splurge on it and weaken our ruach? No, we are going to ignore the so-called barakah that we have been given, and we are going to choose to live at a lower estate than we can, so that we can be strengthened, the soul can be strengthened by an inflow of spiritual food, so that we can overcome the counterfeiting ruach that is in us. Okay. All right, let me add the Zoom link here, please. Who you got? You have it? You can get it? Oh yeah, yeah. All right. Michael is going to add the Zoom link so you can join the Zoom. And those who want to speak, please join if you want to speak, because we want to speak to people to, to get an idea of where people are, if we can encourage them, if we can help them with whatever they need to know, or if there's anything else that they want to discuss, because this is a relatively short teaching. Okay. Then, verse 23, then Yahusha asked the disciples with him if all understood that unless they could pass the test of the flesh, they could not know heaven. You see? Unless you can pass the test of the flesh, you cannot know heaven. You see, Babylon has cultured us to live according to our capability. So if we are able to live here, we live here. If we are able to live here, we live here. If we are able to go there, we strive after there. That's not the way. The way is you can go after there, but you live here and you give up all of that is in between. Give up. We have to pass the test of the flesh before we can know Shamayim. You have to be willing to live like nothing, to be nothing, to eat nothing, to have nothing. This is what this is all about. It's about giving up. And many people do not understand it. Many people do not understand it. Because the Messiah said, with food and raiment be there with content. Because food is a very serious one that I know we can say, all right, I'm not craving after any material thing. I'm selling this, I'm giving this. But the first sin was through food. Now that we are getting an understanding of the mysteries, we might say, well, it might not be literally food, but there must be a reason why the Most High used food, even figuratively. Because in the end times, literal food is going to be the problem. That is why I still believe that somehow food has something to do with the first problem, because in the end, the last problem is food. And it says, as it was in the beginning, so shall it be in the end. So food is our problem. Food. So the test of the flesh. The test of food. 1 Timothy 6, verse 6 to 10. Because in 1 Timothy 6, he spoke about food and raiment. And it is tempting for us to say, all right, food and raiment. So let me just enjoy food and clothing. And I lock out everything else. Now this is a very silly approach. Very unwise approach. Let's look. 1 Timothy 1, what did I say? 1 Timothy what? 6 to 10. Go ahead.
But holiness with contentment is great gain.
With contentment. Content with nothing. Content with the minimum. That is great gain. Continue.
For we brought nothing into this world, and it is certain we can carry nothing out.
So why are we piling up and accumulating? That's Babylon. That's what Babylon taught us. Now when you come out of Babylon, we should not be piling up and we should not be accumulating. That's what we learned in Babylon, and when we are to come out of Babylon, we are to come out of this. Now verse 8.
And having food and raiment, let us be therewith content.
So this is where we now have the temptation to say, all right, I have food, I have clothes. Let me enjoy food and let me enjoy clothes. That's not what it's saying. Because if you go to verse 9, it's comparing it with the rich. I'm going to show you how we break this down. Go to verse 9. But
they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare.
all right, hold on there. And having food and raiment, let us be there with content. But it says, but. That means this but is contrary to the previous statement that was just made. But they that be rich fall into temptation and a snare. How do they fall into temptation and a snare? They are rich, so they are able to enjoy food and raiment to a higher level. What does it say they will do? Fall into temptation and a snare. Because they are not content. Verse 6, holiness, righteousness with contentment is great gain. They are not content with that. Their richness now tempts them to live at a higher level. So read verse 9 again, please.
But they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare.
Into snare.
And
a snare. Oh yeah, sorry. My bad.
And into many foolish and hurtful lusts, which drown men in destruction and perdition.
You see it? Into many foolish and hurtful what? Lusts. So when you go to the supermarket now, we're not even focused on the basic or the shop. We want our money can afford this and that, this nice tasting this and nice tasting that. And we go after it. Foolish and hurtful lusts. And that is when now we gone into looking on the labels with all different type of different chemicals and different things in it that pollute us, which drown men in destruction and perdition. Verse 10.
For the love of money is the root of all evil.
So when we covet after money now, we covet after money to do what? To enjoy things to a higher level than before. That is the root of all evil. Continue on.
Which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith, and pierced themselves through with many sorrows.
There we go. There we go. Now in the book, The Shepherd of Hermas, it goes a little further. It tells us about the danger of foods. In the books of Nazareth, we're still looking at the test of food. In the books of Nazareth, chapter 9, page 90, verse 22, Hamashiach said this, I reject those who gorge themselves with refinements of food while others hunger. For they shall hunger in the kingdom of the Ruach. Is it not written, they who serve Yahuwah will be filled, but those who do not will want? Gorge, the meaning of gorge there is to eat greedily or to repletion. To partake of something in large amounts. You see the danger of this food thing? Eat greedily or to repletion. Always is food foolishness. This foolishness for us as believers. It was good when we were in sin. But now it's foolishness. Because it's going to get between us and the Most High. And I was speaking about even fasting. We as believers, we will pride ourselves in fasting. I will say, boy, I'm doing a 3-day fast, I'm doing a 1-day fast, I'm doing X amount of fast. But when you fast, and then after you fast, you go and gorge yourself with refinements of food, it cancels the fast. When you fast, you have to continue and make your life a fast. Because it says in Romans 12 verse 1, I beseech you, brethren, by the mercies of Allah, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, kadosh and acceptable unto Allah, which is your reasonable service. So that means this has to be a continuous sacrifice. So after you fast, you cannot go back into these voluptuous foods. Now, book The Shepherd of Hermas goes a little further. Page 38. No, chapter 38, page 41. Sir, I responded, what are the kinds of evils over which it is necessary for us to exercise self-control? Listen, he said, these are the things now where we must have self-control over them. Adultery and fornication, lawless drunkenness, wicked luxury, many kinds of food, and the extravagance of wealth, and boasting, and snobbery, and arrogance, and lying, and slander, and hypocrisy, malice, and all blasphemy. I want you to hear what he says now. Many kinds of food, right? These actions are the most wicked of all in human life. Many kinds of food. These actions are the most wicked of all in human life. So the servant of Allah must exercise self-control over these works. For the one who does not exercise self-control over these is not able to live to Allah, and therefore will not have a token to enter into the gates, into the city. And this thing is not easy. Salvation is not easy, you see? It's not easy. So just this is what we have. It took us about an hour to put the two dreams together. Yeah? Righteousness along with the mysteries, to get to know Yahuwah and Yahusha through the mysteries, to open up our minds and our hearts so that we will not be deceived, so we will not be carried away by all strange doctrines and all winds of doctrines, and letting go of this world, everything of this world, including food. The very first sin will end up keeping billions out of the kingdom. Okay? Anything anyone has to say? Mikhail? Mr. Khan?
I think just for me, it's the scariness or the scary reality of when you think of in this world that there's they say that there's 9 billion people, hypothetically, and in the whole dream, in my mom's dream, she had said that she hadn't seen almost less than 20 people, 20 at max. And for me, I think that's just a very scary ratio to think that there's 9 billion people and 20 were elect in that dream. So for me, I don't even know if that's even a percentage. It's like 0.00. I don't know how many zeros before that type of percentage. So I think it's just it's a very daunting thing to think about.
Oh boy. Mikhail, do you have anything? I don't think he'll be on there. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, hello everyone. These things that we're talking about,
Put the microphone closer to your mouth, please.
these things that we're talking about, particularly the food thing, is a hard thing to deal with because food is a needed substance for us. So excess or being in contentment is the key to all of this. We all like to enjoy things, and we have our favorite things that we do, and some people have their comfort foods, but it still needs to all be under control. So please keep all of this in mind, that while there are hungry people out there, and we're able to buy whatever we want sometimes, we always should, we should exercise self-control.
Mm. All right. All right. So let's see if there are any questions from the Zoom. Any questions from the Zoom? Zoom? Could not hear Etikon. Oh.
Can you hear me?
Oh, no. Alison said the tokens made me think of the digital ID, or the evil one perverts everything ordained by the Most High Yahuwah. In the world, people will need the ID for all their interactions, yet in the kingdom, people will need the token for their interactions. Wow. That is so true.
That is so profound.
That is so profound, because guess what? The enemy, the wicked, always come with a copy of what the Most High is doing. Always a copy. Ah. Oh boy, this message here has me weak. All right, Remnant Child, where are you? Pardon?
I think they went to Zoom, but I don't recognize their name on Zoom.
Yeah.
Put a message to ask them to introduce themselves.
All right, who is Aria? Who's Aria? Aria is my daughter. Who is my there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who is my Aria? The person there. Who is that? Oh, Remnant Child. Okay. All right, can you introduce yourself, please? Yeah, it doesn't matter if her name is there. Can you introduce yourself, please? Can hardly see your face. Okay? Yeah, shalom. Okay. All right, all praises. Do you have any questions? All right. And it's really nice to meet you. Finally, I think it's been years since I've been seeing this name here. Years. And I always wonder who is behind that name.
Yeah.
All right, well, praises to the Most High. All right. All right, if there's anyone on YouTube who wants to actually have a say in our meeting here today, you can join in. The meeting link will be in the YouTube chat. Where are we? Oh, we can't do it here. Let me go from the beginning to see if we have any Shabbat Shalom. Let me see if there are any. Sister Shaka, I had a prophetic symbolic dream last week. I can share it, besides getting dreams over the years as well. All right, Sister Shaka, the link is there in the chat. You can click on it and you can come and you can share. Darius Howell says, easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom. That is so. Someone said it almost feels like the token now is our oil in the lamp. What's that mean? Get this so. Oil in the lamp, which will be replaced by a token in the kingdom. Whatever form will the token be? Just one possibility out of many. This person said they sure did a good job keeping Sophia hidden from us. That's all right. Does anybody know what the number 44 means? I see it every day very often, but I am seeking revelation from Yahuwah. If everyone has an understanding, let me know. Encoding overloaded. Consider turning down video settings or using a faster encoding preset. How can I do that? Because I can see that everything is stuttering. Okay. So let me see if I can change encoding. We would have to stop. Can't work. All right, the number 44. Looking for the meaning of the number 44. Sorry. Number 44. Part of the meaning of the number 44 from Yahusha's earthly ministry. He was crucified and killed on Wednesday. His ninth and last appearance takes place. The period between his crucifixion and his ascension is 44 days. So even when you're thinking about in light of what we're doing, his crucifixion and his ascension is 44 days. It kind of gives you an idea of a short time that we have left. A short time period. We'll have to go deeper into 44, but it is not so clear-cut. It is not so clear-cut. All right. So I couldn't give you right away, no. Someone says, in my humble understanding, the completion of one cycle and the beginning of another, as in the notes, musical notes. Someone saying it has been many, many years since I heard the story. His dream reminds me of the Egyptian story for safe passage through the underworld. After death, a token gold coin is required. Have you read that? I haven't read that.
Yes.
You read it?
Yes. Chiron, the fairy
Okay.
man.
Okay. Very similar. Um. All right. No. Up. Someone says, well, it's disturbing that such warnings are coming up at a time when the economic changes are evident down in our Babylonian residences, but we are even hustling to escape for what's to come. All right. There's some more. I didn't join on that, but do you think Eve had sex with Hasatan to birth Cain? That's a good question, because the legend of the Jews actually believes so. Let me see if I can find it in the legend of the Jews. Legends of the Jews. I am going there. All right. The 10 generations, the birth of Cain, page 127, Legends of the Jews. It says, wickedness came into the world with the first being born of woman, Cain, or Cain, the oldest son of Adam. When Allah bestowed paradise upon the first pair of mankind, he warned them particularly against carnal intercourse with each other. But after the fall of Eve, Hasatan, in the guise of the serpent, approached her, and the fruit of their union was Cain, the ancestor of all the impious generations that were rebellious toward Allah and rose up against him. Cain's descent from Satan, who is the angel Samael, was revealed in his seraphic appearance. At his birth, the exclamation was wrung from Eve, I have gotten a man through an angel of Yahuwah. And it says, Adam was not in the company of Eve during the time of her pregnancy with Cain. All right. After she had succumbed a second time to the temptations of Satan and permitted herself to be interrupted in her penance, she left her husband and journeyed westward, because she feared her presence might continue to bring him misery. Adam remained in the east. So they are saying that they were separate. But the books of Jubilees, the Bible, and the books of Joshua tells us that Cain was the son of Adam. All right? So just giving you what we have there. Now, many people believe that Cain is indeed the child of Hasatan because of what Hamashiach said in John 8. Huh? The song.
On Zoom, it's still on YouTube.
Oh.
When you were talking about the union of Eve and Hasatan.
Oh.
I think you're out on Zoom. on YouTube, but you're offline on Zoom.
All right. Yeah.
The good stuff.
What you said?
You said the good stuff. Maybe.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry about that. All right. Sorry about that. We got cut off. All right. We're back on. So I don't know how much you heard. How much did you hear? Where did it get cut off on the Zoom?
Adam and Eve separation,
How far over?
according to the book of Legend of the Jews.
Okay, so I spoke everything about it.
No, they didn't hear that part.
Ah,
Up to where Adam and her, I think, started getting separated.
oh, they heard that.
That's when it cut off.
Okay, that's okay. So yeah, so many people believe now that Satan is actually truly the father of Cain because of this in John 8, starting at verse 43.
Why do ye not understand my speech? Even because ye cannot hear my word. Ye are of your father, the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar, and the father of it.
And the father of lies, your father, the devil. So people who believe that he's actually the father of, that Satan is actually the father of Cain will turn to that and said it's literally his father. All right, so that hopefully will answer that question. I'm having problems with the thing is too weak to push. All right, so let me see if there's any. Do you think some Nephilim survived the flood? Yes, indeed. There were giants in the earth in those days, and also after that. And also after that, in the book of Genesis tells you that there were giants after the flood. Somebody says, remember King Og was after the flood, along with Goliath. I cannot answer your other question.
You answered the question about Cain.
Someone said I asked questions, and I... Yes, who is that? Hello?
Yes. Are you hearing me?
Yeah, hold on, please. I was speaking. Is there a problem with the... Is there a technical problem?
No, you're good.
Okay. So I was saying, Arya Melech was saying I asked questions.
You answered a question, and I did too. I told her that you would answer questions at the end of your lesson. Didn't know. Thought you would be.
Oh, that was long ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got everything cleared up.
No, but Arya Malek, in all reality though, as a believer, where's the patience and the self-control? Do you mean that I am here teaching and you expect me to stop and answer the questions while I am teaching? No. Do better than that, please. Do better than that. All right. Anyway, is there anything else?
The Women child wants you to explain 1 Corinthians 11:10. Verse
First Corinthians 11:10.
Yeah.
First Corinthians 11:10. Man, I explained, I had this many years ago. I haven't looked at this for such a long time. Can I remember this? Can I remember this? All right. The First Corinthians 11:10 must be taken in line with the previous verses about head covering. And when we understand that head covering is connected to the sin of Eve, that a woman covers her splendor to show humility, the humility that Eve did not show. The woman now shows it by covering her splendor, which is her head. And by actually covering her splendor, the woman actually keeps power through humility. Because remember, we are not empowered through pride. We are not empowered before the Most High through pride. We are empowered through humility. And the power of Ruach HaKadosh is given to us and manifested to us in humility. We see in the book of wisdom, it tells you that the Ruach HaKadosh of discipline will not abide where unrighteousness comes in, and will not make itself its home in a body that is subject to sin. So a woman that is in humility will have power because of her humility. So by covering her hair, she goes right back to being empowered in the Ruach through her humility, her choice to actually cover herself. And of course, I tentatively answer these questions because the mysteries is making us learn over the Bible. So another time we can get another deeper insight. That is just one layer. We can get another deeper insight about it. So that is by no means a, total, because with everything I answer now, I tell people we are relearning, and the mysteries just keeps opening up more and more layers. All right. And someone asked, didn't Cain's seed get wiped out after the flood? In the book, The Writings of Abraham, it tells us that Cain's seed was preserved through Nama. And Nama was, I think probably we need, can we get there? Writings of Abraham. Namah. Which page is it again? You have it?
I just got it now.
Should be one of the earlier verses. Think of chapter 11. It's chapter 11 of the Writings of Abraham. Yeah. Chapter 11, verse 3, page 51 of 174. Let me get it. This is the writings of Abraham. Read verse 3, please.
8 years later, Noah begat a son of his wife Nama, who was of the seed of Cain, and he called his name Ham, for he said, through him will the curse be preserved in the land.
Mm-hmm. Continue.
Now Noah had taken a wife of the seed of Cain, and she was a righteous woman. Nevertheless, the curse remained with her seed, according to the word of Eluah. And
Continue.
Noah took her on this wise, for the word of Yahuwah came unto Noah, saying, Take unto thyself Nama, the daughter of Lamech, who dwelleth here in the city of thy fathers, for she hath been faithful to my gospel. Wherefore I shall preserve through her the seed of Cain through the flood.
All right, that's enough. And there's more on it and more details on it. But the Most High preserved the seed of Cain through Lama, and that seed was Ham. Ham was that seed that was preserved through Cain. Someone says Satan is given the title of a father. I don't believe he's a birth father to Cain. And the scripture says, who you yield your body to obey, he is your master. All right. Fair enough. I'm beginning to learn not to write off anything. I don't believe anything. I just tell people what it says and what people believe until I can get something concrete to finally hold on to it. So I'm not saying that Satan is the father, and I'm not saying he's not the father. I'm just waiting for confirmation. All right. Are there any questions in the Zoom? Is it possible that Cain and Abel were paternal twins, because Genesis 4:1 says Adam knew his wife and conceived and bare Cain? Verse 2 says he again bare his brother, but didn't say Adam knew Eve, his wife. Again, as we said, the mysteries is bringing in a whole different set of things. We don't believe they were twins, because in the book of Jubilees, it tells us of Abel having a sister and Cain having a sister. Like Abel had a twin sister, I believe, and Cain had a twin sister. So I don't believe, Jeff, that both of them were twins. I had a hard time getting on Zoom today until you put the link. Okay. Well, the old link is retired, and we're going to keep changing the links. All right. Could Yahuwah's warning about not eating of the fruit really mean the fruit of the deeds of Satan and not necessarily a literal fruit? Maybe it was the fruit of the counterfeit rock he was warning us. And this is very interesting. It's mostly sex that makes us ashamed. Is it possible that Satan took the innocence from Eve by having intercourse with her? If yes, in this case, it's possible that early church hid it and changed the verses in the Bible. Another thought that Satan likes to mimic the very nature of Yahuwah in impregnating Eve. Satan introduced division between the rock of righteousness in Abel and counterfeit rock in Cain. All right. Uh-huh. All right, so anyone has anything else for us? Before we go, all right, we will get off YouTube and we'll probably continue a couple in the Zoom. All right. Someone said what people say people from Africa is from Ham. That's a problem. People from Africa are from, I guess, all of these, the three sons of Japhet. And yeah, Hamites here, the Cushites are Hamites, but they are also from among the Bantu people. They are the people of Shem from among them. So Africa has all of them. The Cushites, people like Somalians, some of the Ethiopians, Egyptians, what's that other one? Some of the Sudanese, they are Cushites. They would be Hamites. Yeah. But children of Shem are also here. Because we know, even down here in South Africa, we have the children of Shem down here. Scattered in West Africa, Central Africa, the Congos, etc. Those places are Shemites are also there. So they are mixed, all right? Anyway, I think that's it for today. I'd hope that people would come and we would be able to converse, but let's let it go here. Thank you for listening and thank you for watching, and shalom, shalom, and do keep these dreams in mind, please. Serious, serious, serious dreams of the end time. Please keep them in mind, all right? Shalom.